maybe watu wa Mount Kenya walikuwa mobilize, president akikuja akuwa embarrassed, aone mlima iko na yeye.
Kwani watu wangapi watalipwa? But do you think William Ruto, with how he has been portrayed to be a person of bravado, unadhani William Ruto anaweza pigia Uhuru Kenyatta simu amuulize hapa nimekwama na hapa nimekwama nisaidie?
So that's the problem that is the big problem disturbing our president, and I'm not afraid to say that one.
Key things are happening in the country. I am your host Alan Herbert, and if you are here for the very first time, subscribe, comment and share. Geoffrey, salimia watu, utuambie umekuwa vipi, and what stood out for you in the political happenings over the weekend.
During this weekend, I've seen something which has happened. President was in Embu. The former president Uhuru Kenyatta was also in Embu. And our new deputy president was also in Embu together with the former deputy president. So we have, I was monitoring what was happening, and we see several things which happen, and we are here to tell you more about it.
Interesting. Yes. The former deputy president, surprisingly, he was at an event where he was not expected to be.
Yes.
Ni kama mgeni mwenye hakuwa amealikwa, lakini akaonekana akiwa pale. Na kuna picha ambazo zilisambaa kwenye mtandao, instead of using the main entrance where every dignitary alikuwa anapitia, yeye alikuwa na gumboots akapita nyuma ya tent. Huko ndio aliingililia. And one of the bishops is heard saying that let us acknowledge the presence of the former deputy president.
Yes.
And even the president, the former president and the current deputy president was wondering, where is this guy? Alipitia wapi?
Yes.
To that surprise, he was seated, I think it was next to Wamshomba.
Yes.
And surprisingly, former President Uhuru Kenyatta was given an opportunity to speak. But the immediate former deputy president, he wasn't given an opportunity to speak.
Yes.
Of course, there are so many things to read in between the lines. But before you read so much into it, what was your take on whatever happened in Embu?
Okay, in Embu, vitu zilifanyika ni nyingi sana. Ukiangalia jinsi the former president aliingia hapo na kupitia, tunaongelea Rigathi Gachagua. Na umejua mlima, yeye ni mtu wa mlima na huko ilikuwa kwao. Na specifically what we know, maybe I can put it because if I look the caliber for the political, the pressure in Mountain Kenya, they could not leave him behind so that he could not attend, because that's his area, number one. And number two, he has the colleagues who accompany him to be there. You are speaking about passing. Mjua tukiwa na mkutano saa hii, kuna mahali wakubwa wanapitanga na kuna wale watu wa kawaida wanapita.
So basically you're saying Riggy G ni mtu wa kawaida saa hii?
Saa hii ni mtu wa kawaida. Yes. Kulingana na katiba, inasema yeye ni yeye ni Mkenya, hapo ndio
Mkenya kama wengine.
Yes.
But you see, he still holds that position that he's a former deputy president.
Yes.
Anaweza kuwa raia but sio raia wa kawaida.
Sasa hapo nimekupata. Umesema former deputy president, but look at this scenario. Mjua huyu ni mtu ambaye kotini imesema ni mtu mbaya. Paka saa hii hawezi kuja tena asimamia hata kitu kingine. Sasa yeye hayuko si kama mtu anaweza leta Kalonzo has that such respect. Unaona kana magari hana ile integrity. Huyu ni the former deputy president. Kulingana na vile alikuwa impeached na ameenda.
But do you think the president alikuwa sawa vile Riggy G alitajwa tu hivi? The entire crowd erupt kwa kushangilia. Do you think that sat well with the president? And many political pundits wakatoka wakaweka kwenye mtandao, one of them being a senior counsel Abdul Nasir akasema ambao wanakana president wakimdanganya ya kwamba mlima bado akona shares pande ile, atowe matumaini yake kwa mlima kwa sababu mlima ishaenda. Your view?
Hatuwezi sikia vizuri kwa sababu ulikuwa mfukuza ndugu yangu kwa kazi. You are the employer. Na ulifukuza ndugu yangu kwa kazi. Sasa the Riggy G, ukiangalia vizuri, wanasema president alichangia pakubwa kutolewa pale mamlakani. Na hiyo ndio kitu inafanya hawezi hao wetu wengi wao, baadhi ya watu kutoka huko eneo la Mlima Kenya hawezi kuwa na hiyo furaha sana na yeye, kwa sababu hajaenda kueleza kwa nini alifanya hivyo. Na pia ukiangalia jinsi alikuwa amesimama na kuongelesha watu, unaangalia juu alikuwa amesema watu hawataka kusikia hiyo mambo ya hate, na amejua hajatatua shida, na anasimama mbele ya watu kuambia watu hiyo vile hiyo kati nafanya kazi na vile serikali yake iko imara, na bali si hivyo wa Kenya changamoto yao wako na shida. Na pia ujue both of them baadhi yao wengi wao ni politicians tukiangalia, na politician just politician. Kuna kitu naweza fanya ili usifurahishe ule jamaa. Maybe watu wa Mount Kenya walikuwa mobilize, president akikuja akuwa embarrassed, aone mlima iko na yeye, na hiyo mjao hata watu you can pay youth, you can organize organizations, church waongeleshwe na pesa itembee, kila kitu ni pesa.
Lakini unajua, yes, it's very interesting ukisema hivyo.
Yes.
Kwani watu wangapi watalipwa? Because this is a dissatisfaction,
yes,
that we are seeing across the country.
Yes.
Haiko Mulima, haikuwa Embu peke yake.
Yes.
Wherever the president is going to speak, or yes, wherever somebody stands to speak about the government,
yes,
people are dissatisfied. Former president,
yes,
Uhuru Kenyatta,
yes,
he got the same applause vile alisimama kuongea.
Yes.
And he used some very interesting lines. Mimi saini kuangalia tu TV, sina maneno mengi, na kusikia kwa radio. Do you think the president was sort of alikuwa anajaribu kupoke holes into his successor?
Mimi naona huyu jamaa alikuwa anajaribu kudhihirisha huyu president anafaa aenda, hata we are doing consultation is not a bad omen, na ndio si kitu ngumu. Unaenda unauliza mahali ya usikizi, unasema tafadhali, wewe ulikuwa tajiri yangu, ulikuwa unaelekeza Kenya, ulikuwa unafanya hii, hebu niambie hapa na hapa niko na changamoto, naweza fanya mambo kama hii. Nikiangalia kitu kama mimi ni Mkenya, naangalia ni kama huyu jamaa hampigangi simu, hamuluzi chochote. Sasa yeye anaona tu vitu kwa TV na radio. Sasa hiyo ndio kitu alikuwa dhahirisha.
But do you think William Ruto, with how he has been portrayed to be, yes, a person of bravado,
yes,
unadhani William Ruto anaweza pigia Uhuru Kenyatta simu amuulize hapa nimekwama na hapa nimekwama nisaidie?
So that's the problem that's the big problem disturbing our president, and I'm not afraid to say that, yeah, one.
Apart from the entire thing that happened, or the entire scenario that happened in Embu,
yes,
we are realizing that there is a growing war, let me call it war for lack of a better word, between the church and the current government. We saw the deputy speaker of the National Assembly, that is Boss Shule, come out and say that the bishops are trying to play cheap politics and play pata potea to get attention of the government. Kipchumba Murkomen also came out and said his part. We also saw the president, also the government spokesperson came out and they said, nyi bishops amuko ndani ya serikali, mjui kitu ambaye inaendelea. We know, you, yes, and me,
yes,
that the church was very instrumental in this regime winning the presidency. So
that's where
where is this relationship?
This is where I want to take you through. During campaign,
yes,
the problem with Ruto is one. During the campaign, yeah, he gives them the promises.
Yeah.
And those bishops have never received the promises, the big act. So they must come and say, let us go back.
Yeah.
Ole Sapit, call Ruto for the first one. Leave alone the bishops,
yeah,
Anglican,
yeah,
Archbishop, Ole Sapit, call Ruto and tells Ruto, you come out,
yeah, tell
Kenyans, the promises you made to the people are not worth working.
Yeah.
Please give me time. I analyze and I strategize, and this is only thing I can afford.
Yeah.
If you can recall it.
Yeah.
Now you see, bishops were told, I will do this. They have never received it. This is the third year,
yeah,
and we are going to the 6th year, and Ruto will be outside. Nothing. Yeah. So they are just, church is also a part of the politics,
yeah,
if you don't know. Church are also politicians.
Yeah.
They're just the people like us.
Yeah.
But now you are there to administer what
the gospel.
The gospel, yeah. But they are just human beings like us.
Yeah.
Now you are telling me you will give me one car. But let me promise you, Ruto give them hopes.
Yeah.
And the promises,
yeah,
na hata moja hajafanya nini? Hajafanya. Na alianza ndio ma Catholic Church wamesema bwana, wewe sasa lazima tuambie ukweli. Na ukiangalia leo PCA churches na mmoja independent churches wameshakuja. Ukiangalia PCA yeye wanaongea, Anglican ndio wameongea wanasema your administration has impunity and whatever and whatever. They had to call him out. The reason aliwadanganya. There is another problem here. As we can remember during the campaign, Ruto, you could had Ruto has donated 5 million in church, but that money, if you count it, is not 5,000. 5 million is only 200,000 shillings.
Are you for sure?
So now,
are you for sure?
Yes. It was happening during the campaign.
That the president will say 10 million was given here.
Yes.
But when you count it.
Now, let us count for this was the Catholic Church. Give me, if somebody can come out, just tell me, did you see that 5 million?
Of course, the bishops took it.
No, taking
the treasurers of the church took it.
Taking it is the problem. That's even the PR. I can say I've donated 1 million. Now I can even give 1 million shillings. Something if you donate to the church, what Ruto could do is to go there with the banker's check, carrying it na wanashika pamoja na church leaders.
Wanapiga picha.
Watu wa Kenya wanaona. Wewe uliona hii wapi?
But don't you think the churches are also going to make the same mistake that they did in 2022? Because as they are castigating the president, they are standing behind the deputy president. Because the former deputy president is getting a lot of favor from churches. Don't you think the bishops or the churches at long last are going to still do the same mistake they did in 2022? Because how different is Rigathi Gachagua?
No, what I want to understand, the way church is taking this way, the way Ruto deal with Rigathi Gachagua was very, is not good to do for a human. Huh? If we will, sometimes let us go back and understand. In any way, I can do for you wrong, but let's understand it at the all of this scenario. Hii kitu umetafuta mimi na wewe. Mimi na wewe. Hata kama alikuwa anakomta.
So basically kanisa inaonea huruma Rigathi Gachagua.
Vile alionelewa. Si kwa anamuondea sasa wanataka wanamtaka wanasema yeye ni mtu mzuri. Aya anamuondea uzuri kulingana na kikatiba. Church wanafaa waongee. Waseme bwana hata kama ulikuwa unatoa huyu lakini kuna njia haukufuata. For somebody who was suffer with you was not good for Ruto. He could just push him to resign. Yes.
Do you think that there is going to be a supremacy battle between the president and the former deputy president when it comes to churches? Because there are some churches that the president is not able to go right now. And those churches, the former deputy president is invited.
Na hata aliwauliza, mulisema this is the problem, he was sabotaging the government.
Now, kuna tofauti gani?
Yes. Meaning he was not the problem. He was not the problem. The master was the problem. So blame the president.
What is the likelihood of Fred Matiang'i
I know,
one running for president in 2027?
What I know, in this field of politics, politics is a game. And if I look Raila very well with Matiang'i, anything can happen, and this should be a ball game, so that Matiang'i to come. So that the people in the Nyanza region to bank on Matiang'i and some to vote for Ruto, then we divide Mount Kenya. Mount Kenya will go for Matiang'i, but you know, is the rule divide and rule. So politics
so what you're basically telling me now?
If Kalonzo vai,
no, Geoffrey, you're trying to say something that you're not saying.
Yes.
Is Raila Odinga bringing in Fred Matiang'i?
Yes.
To protect the votes of Nyanza?
Yes. So that Ruto can win easily. And you will see, that's a political game. Divide and rule. Mount Kenya will see, Matiang'i can do it.
But if Matiang'i, definitely, the Kisii are not going to vote for William Ruto if Matiang'i is on the ballot.
How do you know?
How would they vote?
No, politics. That's why I'm saying no. They will not vote for Toto. They will vote basically who is the kingpin there, and Raila is controlling. Look at you. There's something you don't know. If you look, ODM deputy chairperson is Simbarati.
Yes.
Can Matiang'i defeat Simbarati?
Matiang'i can defeat Simbarati.
No, this is what we are. I know Simbarati very well in the politics we are there. Matiang'i have not been in politics for so long. Simbarati been in politics. Yeah, these things normally go very well. So you will see somebody will intervene when Matiang'i was internal security, CS, abduction, extrajudicial killing. Hizo vitu ndio unasikia watu walikuwa napotea, watu walikuwa tupa Rivayala. Hizo ndio vitu wanatoka nayo nje. So Omuja are bringing Matiang'i in is just to secure the votes. So that Mount Kenya could not inject, even I know they can support. That's why I think they are thinking about it. But you know, Mount Kenya region, they normally decide at the last minute. So Matiang'i can be easily a kingpin if Raila can promote him.
That's all we've had for you today. Okay. I'll just remind you to leave us a comment, subscribe, and share this with your political pal. Bye-bye.